Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
It's WinterHouse Gaming, episode 42.
42.
Guys,
42.
that's fucked
You'd think
up.
that we'd be fucking professionals at this by now.
So
No.
my
I
name's
think you would have
David.
started a half an hour ago.
Guys,
What'd you do?
it didn't record.
What do you mean it did?
My fucking laptop just derped out and didn't record.
Okay, we're gonna pull audio from the video, I guess. Wow, I have no idea. Is there a way you can just start it right now again?
Yeah.
do
yeah.
it.
Okay, do it.
Do it.
Here we go.
Why not?
Ready?
Oh, it's WinterHouse
I
Gaming
guess we're
podcast for
back.
the first time and no other times before
Holy
that.
crap! This is so fucking crazy. Well, first of all, my name is David.
I'm King Banana Hammock the third.
And I'm Toaster McStrudel.
Okay, perfect. And today we have a guest. Finally, Eric. We've been bitching about him for how many months now, or how many
All of the
whole
months.
year?
Hello, Derek.
Hello, Eric.
Hello. How are you?
So here's the funny thing. Okay, I know that our little banner thing that we had pop up, say 7 o'clock, but we had so many fucking problems all at the same time, just consistently happening, that we are now starting at 7:37 for the fourth time.
It's
So-
okay
It's all
though
my fault.
because
I'm the source
you know,
of all their problems.
it doesn't matter. None of this matters.
We got
All
some
just-
solid gold out of that first
Yep.
attempt, though.
Holy crap,
Oh,
that was
beautiful.
so funny.
It's
I'm
gonna
not
make
gonna
for
lie.
a great outtake.
Oh, yes.
Wow, that is great.
So guys, what's happening in gaming news?
I'm not gonna laugh hysterically like I did last time.
What was the time before that?
Okay, so now gaming news. I think a big one that we've talked about quite a few times, and you guys love, The Last of Us.
Yes.
The Last of Us 2 has been confirmed for
For
E3.
E3.
Yep.
I think we said that it was probably going to anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
it was kind of a given at this point, just
Right.
because of the hype train that came off of
Hype
The Last of
train.
Us. Like, we knew that there was going to be another game. It was just the when
Right.
Yep.
Right. I mean, it's
And the
obvious.
answer to win is E3.
is E3.
Yeah. I mean, I love E3. I think it's a blast to watch it every single
I
time.
think so, too.
And for those of you who don't know, it's the Electronics Entertainment Extravaganza.
Yes. Okay.
Extravagant. My only
Wow.
problem with the last couple of years, though, is they've been re-showing a lot of games that they've already showed us. Like, I feel like last year we almost saw nothing new, aside from, like, Monster Hunter World, which was this huge surprise out of nowhere.
Well,
And they're like, oh, look, we got some DLC and stuff. That's cool.
also, the thing about last year, too, is last year was more focused around the software and hardware for gaming
It kinda
rather
was,
than the
yeah.
games itself. And I think this
Right.
year's focus on E3, with this many huge PS4 titles coming out this year, and
Right.
even like Xbox as well, you know, with Forza Horizon 4, is going to be more focused on the gaming.
My favorite thing that happens on E3 is just seeing who wins E3.
Of
every
course.
single
This
year,
year's going to
somebody-
be
somebody
PlayStation.
wi-
It has to be.
I want it to be. I believe, what was it last year? Was it Xbox that won it? No, actually, no, it was PlayStation.
No, it's
It
PlayStation.
was PlayStation. And then that atrocious fucking stupid Nintendo thing that they do every... I don't even understand that. I don't even fucking understand that.
It's Nintendo, I get it. I mean, hopefully this year they'll announce a new Glover game. I've been waiting a couple years, but you know,
Why?
yeah, a new Glover
Oh,
game.
fuck yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be dope, yeah.
it'd be
We
awesome
talked about it,
sauce.
but Spyro's coming this September.
Yes, and I have a feeling they will probably just show things on it.
Right.
Since shit was leaked anyway,
Right.
which is no big deal.
Yeah.
I still want to see
I feel-
some...
but
I still
think-
want to
I think
as well.
the thing is though, for a remaster, everything that was in the trailer, like, I feel like that's all really you could show. Like,
It is, but
you know what I mean? Like, it's
yeah,
all pretty much
it is.
you're a dragon, and
but I would like
you
to
don't
see
know
it,
what they're going to
Dragon-y.
do
I
with
would
the
like to see it
remaster.
as a spectacle. You know what I mean? Like when they're on stage and all of a sudden there's lights and everything and it's just a spectacle. I love that. I think it's awesome.
Fire.
Do you think they?
Exactly,
Do you think
yeah.
that
You
they
know
would
what I
do
think?
something like that
I
with
think
Spyro though?
you should shut up.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I've got
Yeah.
a raging fucking Spyro boner. He better watch
I
it.
do too. Do
You
you
better
think that
fucking
they
watch it.
would do something with that with
I know, I
Spyro
called
though at
the-
E3?
I called the
Spyro
cops
co-op.
already.
I'd love it. I think I would play even a Spyro battle royale.
Oh, God.
That's taking it a little bit
You
too
need to
far.
shut the fuck
Don't
up
give
We
about
them
just
that.
need to
any
neuter
ideas.
you right
No.
now.
But I do
Says
think,
the guy that's like, oh no, Halo Battle Royale would be the worst thing ever. But Spiral Battle Royale, all the way.
Hey, I gotta ask,
All
Eric,
What's up?
what are you hoping for E3 that hasn't already been confirmed or rumored or anything like that? I mean, is there a game that you're specifically hoping will be...
Bloodborne 2.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, that.
I mean, I feel like that's everybody's
That's a
sentiment.
given.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah.
Yours.
It's true.
You haven't even played Bloodborne, but you're hoping for it.
I'm hoping for it, and I'm expecting it, because you want to know why? Bloodborne is such a hyped game that people just want that. That's exactly what...
You know what would hype you even more? Playing it.
I know, I need to.
Right?
Yes.
I have
Yeah,
it.
you do.
I have it. I just have been playing other games.
Well, you know what? Fucking Eric, tonight, Jolly Cooperation.
All right. It's
Jolly
on.
Cooperation.
Oh, wait, no, you gotta work at, like,
I
fucking
was gonna
midnight
say I
or
have to
whatever.
work at 4 in the morning, or I'd love to.
Oh, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear
Shit.
It's all good.
that. No, it sucks. Don't make it a nice thing.
Don't make
No,
it
it does suck.
I mean,
Don't
I,
you tell us
I
what
don't
it
think
is.
it's a surprise to Eric. He's been doing it
I'd
for a
much
while.
rather
I
play
think-
video games than pay bills.
Oh
I
wait,
honestly would.
is that the time you wake up to go to work all the time?
No,
Oh.
it's my schedule flip flops a lot. Sometimes I work at night, sometimes I work in the morning. It sucks.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's my gross face.
Yep. I think it's personally gross when I have to wake up at 7.
Dude,
So-
get on my level. I wake up at 5:30
I
every
don't
day. He
wanna
probably
get on
yeah.
your fucking level, dude.
That's why
that
when I get
sounds
up in the
like
morning,
a nightmare.
I do all my prime chatting with Kelly first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
wake up
Dave
at
and I are
5:30.
like chatting it up at like 5:30 in
Yo,
the
what's
morning.
up, bro?
Yeah.
What's going on?
You get
What's
it.
going on, bro?
Because we know that we're both up at that time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I love it. And then sometimes my
Unsubscribe.
unsubscribe, please don't.
We're
so-
morning guys. That's when we get all of our like
Yeah,
good talking
that's
done. Yeah.
Prime time. My brother also gets up that early, and it's it's cool. So
You
I talk
people
to everybody.
disgust me.
Hey
Now that they
man.
know- oh, no, Eric. I know that you responded to us at like really fucking early. So
Yeah, that's how we know
if
that
you see
you're.
me responding at 3
Yeah.
a.m. to something, that's when that happens.
that's
Yeah.
so
Days like
funny.
tomorrow.
So yeah.
So yeah, before
work is cool.
before Kelly interrupted,
know.
other than Bloodborne 2, like what else are you what are you hoping for? A new Chameleon Twist game or what?
Totally lost my train of thought now.
E3, man. It's all about it.
E3. All about E3. It's all about it.
New Stuntman?
That would be sick.
I
don't even
wouldn't mind
fucking
that. I
get
would like
me
to see what
started
they'd be
about
able to
that.
do.
Holy
with modern
fuck, Kelly's
technology.
triggered. All right, Eric, what were you saying?
Sorry.
Maybe a resurgence of the Burnout franchise, of course.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
All right.
so Burnout 3 I've been
Burnout
talking about
3,
lately has been
2.
I mean, what can you do? What can you really? I mean, you just said earlier about E3, like amazing games that are going to be coming out.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been so many amazing games coming out up until this point right now, and that have been
It's gonna be
about.
hard to follow it up.
Yeah. How do you follow that up? How the fuck do you follow that up?
Well, we have CD Projekt Red, who
I mean-
are the developers of the Witcher franchise,
Well,
and they have
you know how far they've gone.
2077, their new game.
Oh yes,
Coming
yes,
out.
that's true.
Cyberpunk 2077. That looks
yes,
fantastic.
yes, and that
Yeah.
looks
I've
amazing.
heard nothing about this.
Yeah, well,
I've
that's
just heard
because
20. Is that the name of the game?
There
2077?
was a trailer
like,
for
is
it like 5 years ago, and then it went completely quiet after that point. And just like a few months ago, CD Projekt Red made a very cryptic tweet, just kind of hinting that, hey, guess what? The game didn't disappear.
it's a legit thing, and they are
Right.
announcing it at E3. That we know very, very little about this game, but we are for sure that they are announcing it.
I can't speak
at
for you,
E3.
but I know very little about it.
I know very
Right.
little about it too.
I know
And
very
I'm
little
excited
about
about it
anything.
because it's a project that they are developing, and they are amazing developers.
Well, I mean, Project
so,
It is a
Yeah.
CD. It's a project.
yes, and it is
They're
red.
May or may not be red. The jury's out on that.
Mm.
It would be cool to see other things about Anthem. I really want to see different trailers or actual gameplay would be good.
Yeah,
like
I
real
mean,
gameplay of
I
Anthem.
think the only
Yeah.
like videos that have been circulating around were just
Or like,
like,
the
people
5
on
that have been.
jetpacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the
People on
5
jetpacks.
I'm
videos
very
that have been
cautiously
circulating.
optimistic about Anthem, just because of EA's shady business practices as of lately.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
True.
It's true.
It looks
How
great,
could
but
you
they
be
might fuck it
optimistic
up.
about that right now?
I think it
Yeah.
would be fine though. I mean,
I think that it may be okay, but given how EA treated Mass Effect Andromeda, I think that it has the potential to
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, and Battlefront 2, I think that it has the potential to not do so well, even for a game that should do well, given
Right.
its creative intent.
The thing is, though, I think the reason for that is that fans, more than ever, are now just more vocal about their demands and their dislike and frankly, their distrust of publishers now.
Right.
I mean, granted, I'm not the biggest Destiny fan, but I do know that when Destiny 1 launched, it did a couple things really well. It was still very unpolished, and people, were unhappy. But I think that after Destiny, kind of like has been out for a couple months,
yeah.
I think they kind of updated things and tweaked things, and
Right.
it made things a little bit better. But Destiny 2 came out, and then fans just were not having it.
Right.
So
I mean, I liked Destiny 2, and I like where it was going. I'm sorry, you're patting your brush. It was just funny to me.
it
He
just
was patting it
it's
like a cat.
it's very soft,
Is it?
like
What is it? Oh my god, it is soft.
yeah. So it's
okay.
just kind of like a rubbing it.
I was starting to laugh, and I'm like, don't laugh. Okay,
and then I
so-
looked over at Dave
I'm
and
like,
we both
and
laughed.
I'm laughing.
You having a stroke?
Yes, a huge stroke.
Stroke of genius.
So, I love Destiny. I really do.
I loved
But
Destiny too.
Like, there's just too many other things that came out that like pulled me in the different direction. But another one that like Anthem looks. I've always talked about like depth of games.
Yep.
Like you go into a forest. If you play like let's do Wildlands. Okay, Wildlands has a pretty good amount of depth to it. Far Cry 5 has an amazing amount of depth to it. When you go into a forest in an area,
I was
wanna
wondering how
see
long
an
we get
actual
without
forest.
mentioning Far Cry 5.
Like no, I'm just saying. I'm using it as an example.
no, I
I
get you.
want an actual forest.
very
I want
dense.
a thick, deep, dense forest.
Yeah.
So, Anthem, when you're seeing them flying through, the fucking cliff
You want a
faces,
fucking forest? Have you
down
seen
to the
Eric
fucking-
Bush?
The road.
Oh.
Yeah. Down
My
to the
burning
fucking
bush.
road.
He got a bush of like a 40-year-old Serbian. It's crazy.
So when you look at the cliffs and you go to the
Incidentally,
road,
I am a 40-year-old Serbian.
and then they dive into the
I
water.
know you are.
That's so much depth of a game to explore, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
Destiny doesn't really have that. It's
Yep.
really all flat. It's very flat. But Anthem
Level
is
design was very uninteresting.
Yeah, it was very. She's point A, point B, and you got
It
some
is.
enemies and like a weird, maybe like a
Nothing in
electrical
it-
node.
nothing
But,
in it was
like-
unpredictable.
Yeah.
could
Especially
predict
coming
all
from
of
Bungie, who, I mean, Halo is a masterclass of game design, obviously.
Yep.
And Destiny wasn't a step
I
up.
feel like personally, every first-person shooter that comes out now is going to be like personally compared to Halo 1.
Yeah.
That set the
Yeah.
standard.
Well, I mean,
Say what you want about the
shooting
Halo
was-
franchise now, and trust me, I do say whatever I will about the Halo franchise
Right.
now.
The thing about it
But
is,
Halo 1, it set the bar.
yeah, and the fighting, the battles were so polished. Everything
Yeah.
was so polished. The jumping felt good. The shooting was there. The areas were amazing.
Yep.
It was fun.
Well, the thing is, like, the animation and, like, the feel may have been, like, the rumble of the controller.
And the
but,
grunt.
like,
I love fucking shooting
it,
grunts.
yeah, I know.
No, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a demon!
I love it. And then you blow them up, and it's just like a purple spot. You know?
But I think it was just like they got everything right to the mechanics, even like the physics of like physically firing a weapon. It felt there was girth, there was substance. It
So
wasn't
much
just
girth.
like, oh, I'm shooting
So
a
much
weapon.
All of the girth.
It didn't feel like I was just like shooting a weapon. It was just like a rinky dink.
I love carrying
pistol.
a girthy weapon.
You know, like when you
Girthy.
get that pistol in Halo 1, like you even though you obviously didn't have the pistol in your hand, you can tell that it had weight by the by the way that it fired, the way that it recoiled.
No, it felt
like
yeah,
it
I
felt
totally get that.
powerful.
Dude, needle gun.
Even the sound design and everything.
The needle
was
gun is
just had
amazing.
that
I love the
impact
needle
to
gun.
it.
I fucking love the needle
I
gun.
give you the
think
needle gun
gun's
every
great.
day.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
It's my dick.
it's my penis.
You didn't have to tell him that.
Well, you know.
So yeah, I mean, they need to make games exciting like that. I mean, it's been so long. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say so long. Far Cry 5 brought that back to me. The feeling of just so much excitement. I love it. I'm gonna try not to talk about it consistently.
Please.
But hey, you
Try
know what's
not to.
next on the list? God of War 4.
Yes.
And
I
I
think
feel
it's
like
God
that
of
game
War.
will do the same.
Okay.
God
With how
of
much
4.
hype that's been
God of
getting.
War.
And I said it. I think I said it last podcast, or I said it to you sometime during the week. The Far Cry 5, I love it, but I think God of War is gonna be the game of the year. I
Oh, yeah.
absolutely believe that under shadow of a doubt.
With everything that I've been seeing with, I mean, was it Xbox guy?
Yeah.
Phil Spector? Phil
Spector?
Spencer
Spencer.
or something? Yeah. Like, actually, like, you know, this is not the first time he's done this, but, you know, congratulating PlayStation. Like, congratulations on a great game. Like, good job.
Right.
You did a
Yeah.
good job.
And the
I think
snow.
that's classy. I like it when they do
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like
dude.
that.
It was
Yeah.
very,
Yeah, that
very
is-
I mean,
classy.
they do that when how do you admit defeat? You give them kind of a high five. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, obviously, when you know, while you are competitors, like, you know, they are still first and foremost like fans of like, you know, games and like the industry. So like, you see
You
like
need
an
to know-
awesome game come out, you're
You
just
need
like,
to, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
You need to know when your competitor did a really fucking good job.
And when to
I'm like, if I
congratulate
wasn't the
them,
head of
too.
Xbox, I'm like,
You need
I'd
to know
play the shit out
when
of
to
this
be
game.
like, all right,
He
dude,
probably
that
does.
is
He probably
sick.
does.
He probably
yeah.
will. He probably has a PlayStation at home.
Dude, he probably like, you know that he's on a first name basis with like
He
the
might-
guys over at Sony. He's like, can you just send me a copy? Like,
yeah.
dude,
You
like,
know
come
what's
on.
funny? They probably do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
sure.
I bet that each of those companies send each other swag, except Nintendo. They probably don't send anybody any
They
swag.
send them fucking
Oh,
Nintendo Labo.
Yeah, we don't talk about those guys over at Nintendo.
Nintendo sends everybody the Labo.
Nintendo still thinks they're competing with Sega or something. Like,
You know,
They
Phil
don't know what's
Spencer
going on
uses
anymore.
PlayStation Now. That's just the way it is. It's always
Yep.
going to be the way it is.
Yes.
But what a God of War? I sent you guys a little GIF the other day, and it had the snow. Somebody
saw
was
that, the
walking
detail.
backwards, showing you the snow and like making the tracks in the snow.
yeah.
That looked absolutely phenomenal.
Show
and
me
I
the
can't
snow.
wait to see it in 4K.
Yeah.
4K
It didn't just
snow.
look like a texture placed over where he was walking or something. It looked like his feet were actually moving the snow physically
Correct.
out of the way.
Right.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Right,
It's
and that,
crazy.
and that doesn't happen very often. I mean, it does happen in water and stuff, but snow, it hasn't happened as often in snow where it was that deep and it looked that good.
Right.
You know, and I'm really excited for that whole
Yep.
entire
Also, you
game.
can customize Kratos.
perfect.
Yeah.
His face and stuff.
No,
Okay, what?
his
You just-
clothing, what he
So
wears,
you can make him
his
wear less
weapons.
clothing.
So you can make
Yes.
him wear nothing.
I feel like after you play all of the God of Wars, you've pretty much seen him in nothing anyway.
Yeah.
Basically,
Because
yes.
in every single one
I
of them,
wouldn't know.
he is with a few women.
I wouldn't
Right.
know because I've never
I'm
played God
sorry,
of War.
I just spoiled it for you, but he's
There's
Spoiler
God
alert.
of War 2
There's
for
always
you.
a-
Get Kratos.
That iconic scene in God of War 2.
Wait, but he's older in this one and has a child. You think there's not
Yes.
going to be a scene? No, there has to be a flashback. There has to be a flashback of him in some fucking bordello.
I hope I see old Kratos balls.
There might not be a flashback though, because from the reviews and stuff I've been seeing, apparently the game takes this very single shot approach where it never, from beginning to end, never cuts away for a cutscene. It's just
Really?
the camera is constantly on. It's one single shot from beginning to end. The camera might move around and show you different stuff, but you're always there with Kratos.
So they.
Good.
There's no loading
That's
screens, just
actually fucking
I
awesome.
don't want him to
Yeah.
leave me again.
Because that means that they spent more time on the actual gameplay than they did on the cutscenes. And
Yep.
we've had a lot of games spend way too much time
on the
cutscenes.
cutscenes.
Somebody
Definitely.
said the other day something about Far Cry having just too many cutscenes. Like they spent too much time on the cutscenes and not enough time on the gameplay. I feel differently about that, but I'm a huge fucking, homo when it comes to that fucking game.
Come on, dude.
I know. We turned from Kelly being like a fucking driving one and then to me to Far Cry 5. So, whatever. It
No, I'm
happens.
just talking about.
But
you
I
know,
love
the
Far Cry
H
5
word.
Let's
just
digress.
as much, though,
What?
too.
The H word.
What? Oh, yeah. No, I apologize for that. Yeah.
Eric's obviously triggered. He's just
he's
dry.
offended.
I don't
What are you
see
doing,
how we
Mike?
could in any way continue with this podcast.
I do appreciate you
So-
calling me out on that because I'm usually the one policing that stuff. But
You just missed Eric.
I did, yeah.
Okay, guys. This is pure speculation. Like rumor mill material here. There are reports that 2K is working on a new BioShock game,
Ooh.
Really?
and I would die. I would just die. In fact, just hearing about it, I'm dead. I was dying, and then I died, and now I'm dead.
Is Ken Levine back with the company? Like, is he heading the project?
I don't know
Do you know?
what the fuck Ken Levine's doing. He's
he was,
probably
like, the
just
lead.
doing some like weird, like indie shit or whatever the fuck Ken does now.
Yeah, last I
fucking
knew he
doing
was making some
LSD
game
somewhere
where,
in the
like,
corner.
He's doing LSD out in a field.
He
I don't know.
had his inspiration for his next game.
Wow.
But
Sounds about right.
I mean, come on, do we have any Bioshock fans like in the
Yeah,
house?
I actually just bought the collection like a month and a half
Yep.
ago.
Yeah,
The
now
whole
I
one.
have
Have you
courtesy
played
of
through
Dave.
Infinite?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
Hands down, my second favorite storyline, only second to The Last of Us.
Second to The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bioshock Infinite is one of my proudest platinum trophies. That one was a doozy.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I like that. That's cool.
Very challenging.
I think that I do like how it was. It felt quite a bit different than the other ones. Infinite was kind of its own
It was just-
entity, and the way that the environment was changing constantly
Yep.
was so freaking cool.
It was just for me like that the story was just everything I needed it to be in a story in the sense of like gripping characters, suspense, plot twists. I mean, it was the only game where my roommate at the time recommended it to me, and he's like, dude, favorite storyline ever. Buy it, play it, you'll love it. And I bought it, and he kind of heard me because our rooms were like adjacent to each other. He kind of heard me playing it, and then he's like he would come in every once in a while, and just like, I just want to see your reaction to it. Like that's the only reason I came in here.
Right.
So like as I play, I'm kind of at the beginning of the game, and then the storyline kind of jumps. Like back and
Right.
forth, and like
Yeah.
I the first hour of the game, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. Like, why am I doing the things that I'm doing, or saying, or anything?
It was a little
Yeah.
crazy.
It was
But
very
I think
jarring.
that was the point.
And then after that last hour of the game, like I'm pretty sure the entire last hour was me just going, "What? Oh my god! I can't believe it! It all makes sense."
Yeah.
It's one of those games that's more enjoyable the second time you play it through because you understand what's happening.
Oh, is that
Like
yeah?
the first
just
time you
flip
have to wait
everything?
until the end for it to tie
Did I
everything
just
together.
flip
But
everything?
No, you're
I
fine.
mean-
You're fine. No,
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you. Eric, on that. I have to play through it again because I only
I do
played through
too.
it once, and it was a little while ago. But it really left kind of a mark because every time someone talks about it, I'm just like, man, that game. The guns were so friggin' weird. The weapons, that girl you were chasing around everywhere.
The powers, like
power-
it was all
everything.
just yeah.
Everything was just so weird. And then everything changing when you walk into the building and all of a sudden the friggin' wall like busts in and then you're on these platforms for I don't even know what the fuck reasons. It was the most
Yeah,
confusingly
you're zipping around
fun.
on your little
Yeah.
doodad.
It was the most confusingly fun game I've ever played in my life.
Helicoptery blade arm thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fantastic. I would love another, I would love a second version of that game.
Yep.
I would absolutely love it.
I honestly,
Or just the mechanics.
I don't even know where they would go with the story. Like I don't know how it could be
Pluto.
a continuation of everything. It would have
They'd
to
go
be.
to Pluto.
It would.
I don't know
exactly.
a city in space.
In
Yeah, like that's never been
space.
done before, right?
Under the water, but it's space water.
So
But
let's
that's
do
just
a little,
System Shock, though.
do we think we're gonna see that at E3? Anything about that?
Oof.
Like, what are the odds of that if it's so new? Like, where did you hear this from?
I think
Speculation
it was
through like
Vice.
Reddit or Vice. Okay.
I think it was Vice or Game Rant or
Okay.
like something
so
like that.
so some sort of gaming one
Yeah,
Yeah.
said this is a
Something
possibility.
with credibility.
Um,
not some random like meme.
I
page
do
or
feel like
something.
it's too soon.
Yeah.
I feel it's too soon.
Yep. If anything, it would probably be like Gamescom, maybe, or what's the one that happens in September?
Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
not
that-
Tokyo Game Show. It's just like the PlayStation event.
Experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Experience.
PlayStation Experience.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like if anything, probably that's the soonest we would see anything.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
Something else I'm actually relatively excited about, and I mentioned
Men.
it to you guys earlier. Hey, didn't we? Weren't you just bitching at me about the thing?
No,
No, we
I
do it.
wasn't.
Okay, Shenmue 1 and 2 is heading to PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. I'm super excited about that. That game had the most polished fighting in a game ever.
Really?
Ever. And it was from the 90s.
I mean, wasn't it like QTEs?
I would
Early 2000s.
never.
90s.
I never played Shenmue.
It was you're a straight up ninja man.
Ninja.
And it was, I will tell you that it was the very first new GTA like experience of its kind.
Really.
You had a full open area, sandbox. It was
Yep.
basically a sandbox, but it was back in the day and way
It was a
beyond its
video
time.
game,
Yeah,
not a sandbox.
Oh,
it was. It was on CD for the Dreamcast,
Yep.
and it was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. I highly recommend you guys checking it out if you've never played it before.
Yeah,
I never played it. I always heard good things.
It's amazing. So I mean, you can get it for Xbox One if you want. And actually, if I get it for Xbox One, well, I mean, Jake would have it, but we could probably license share and play it together. But anyway, I'm pretty excited about that, and I think with my experience with Shadow of the Colossus that I had, my fantastic experience. If you guys have never played it, I feel like you would have a relatively close experience to that. And they're remastering it, not real mastering it, but
They're just
tweaking-
re-releasing it. They're not remastering it.
They're tweaking some things though.
Right.
That's-
They're
yeah.
making it playable.
Playable on
Yeah.
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 But
Quality of life changes.
yeah,
suppose.
I mean it wasn't 64-bit by any means. It was a little bit better than that, but I think it was 128, so it should run relatively well anyway.
So, Detroit Become Human comes
In
out, I
May.
think, next month.
May
Yes.
25th.
Is it May 25th?
Yeah, I want
Something
to
like
say.
that.
Dope.
But after May 24th, like, you know, like the next Zelda game could come out, and I don't care because Dark Souls.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking
Pointing
about.
at Eric, you gotta go like this. I have to go like this.
Right
Ew.
there. Right
Ew.
there. There he is. There's the man.
Yeah,
Dark Souls.
I'm actually surprised that you have Dark Souls. You would just immediately just buy the new one remastered.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I get it.
I mean,
do
you're
get
just
it.
saying you'd do the same thing for Shenmue,
Yeah.
and it'll be.
I mean,
I
that was
mean, I
also
don't have
That
Dark Souls.
that was
1,
also
so
like
this is the
20
perfect
years
opportunity
ago.
for
I
me
mean,
to get
Perfect
it.
time to
Yeah,
get
well,
into it.
It's been like a whole year and a half since I played Dark Souls 1, so I'm itching to play it again.
Okay. All right.
Dude,
I dig
it's
it.
been like 6 months since I played Dark Souls 1, and I died 80 times at Ornstein, and I'm just like, nope.
He's like 90%.
I'll wait for the remaster.
90%
You're
of the
making
time
my
I
dick
died
so
every
hard
time.
right now.
Yep, looks like they're still hard, so,
Yeah,
alright.
That's
I've
just
got-
the way it is.
You
Did we
know,
not? Did
I've
we
checked back into
stray
it.
from Detroit Becoming Human?
Yes, I think
Yes.
we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that particular one is the one where you have the choices.
Yes.
They're up on the top of the building, and
Yep.
he basically either dodges the bullet, takes the bullet,
So-
or pushes the guy over the edge of the building. Correct?
There's actually more
short.
choices leading up to that too.
Okay.
Because I watched a full playthrough.
It's actually
of
only that scene, and that's the credits.
You
I
you
watched-
played that whole entire scene over and over, like Prey. You just play the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I watched a full playthrough of that, like exact interaction.
Oh,
and
you
what
did?
leads up to it.
Well, please,
So
I want to hear
basically, what happens is you're this synthetic human, basically, and you walk into the apartment where everything went down. First off, and you have to investigate everything. If you don't find all of the clues, basically, you won't 100% get like all of the freedom and what you choose to.
Yeah.
So it
like,
depends on-
the more knowledge
You
you
have about the
gather
situation.
about the situation, the more choices you have.
No
like,
shit.
when it matters.
Yep.
So
No
the more
shit.
thorough
So
you
you're
are with
actually
your
not really
investigation.
rewarded in terms of stuff. You're rewarded
In your
in terms
choice.
of like how the game the future of the
Yes.
game is shaped.
Like,
Very
say,
LA Noir-esque.
I mean,
in a
you
way.
could
Yeah.
find out
Yeah.
information
Had
about.
I played that game, I would agree.
You could find out information about the guy who
Do
was
it.
holding the little girl in that apartment building. If you didn't find out that information, you wouldn't be able to talk to him and convince him to step away from the ledge.
If I gather enough information, will it tell me not only why that woman was holding the baby, but why Norman Reedus is connected to the baby in Death Stranding?
Yes.
Okay.
Short answer.
Yes.
Which I was just about to say. That's another thing I hope to see more of at E3. is
Yes,
Death
actually.
Stranding.
There you go.
Oh my
That's
God.
one thing that I forgot
Okay, hold
about.
on. Earlier, you said that it felt like we were kind of seeing the same thing over and over again at E3. But now you want the third E3 in a row to show stuff about Death Stranding.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Can you
First
please
of all-
explain that to me?
I would love them to do something new in the sense of giving us some details about it.
Or giving us the game
Exactly.
that day.
And,
Right.
Yeah, that first of all. Second of all, I'd like a re-release of Final Fantasy VIII on current gen consoles like
Yeah,
they
I
did with Final
bet you
Fantasy 7 and
fucking
9.
would.
Why the fuck did they skip 8? I'm still very salty about that.
Yep.
But no, Death Stranding is such a cryptic game. You know, like God of War, you saw one trailer for it, and you kind of already knew what it was about. Like, you know, other trailers kind of expanded upon it.
There's
but, like,
gods, there's wars,
you
there's
got the
axes,
gist.
there's beards.
You
Yeah.
got the gist.
Right.
It's
And
Kratos. He
there's
has
a
a
guy
beard now. He's got
that's
an axe.
shirtless.
Hack,
Yep.
kill the bad guys.
Right.
But
Heck.
Death
Heck,
Stranding, I don't know shit about it, and I want to know more. Know nothing about it.
I got you. I totally get that. It just seemed a little. It seemed
And
a
I'm
little
total
funky.
Kojima fanboy.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it is funny how they're giving us virtually nothing. Like
Yeah.
absolutely 100% nothing.
We know very, very
The
little
I was
only
gonna say, you
about
think
this
that's an accident?
the only thing
That's
that
like
we
the
know.
whole point of Death Stranding.
That's
That's
like
true.
Hideo's thing, though,
I
too.
mean, remember when Metal Gear Solid 2 came out, and you didn't even know until the game was released that Raiden was even a character in it?
Oh,
All
yeah.
the
That's
pre-release
true,
Stuff just
yeah.
showed Snake, and then you play the game. It's like, oh, surprise! Here's this guy, and
That's-
everybody's
You're
super
like,
pissed.
okay.
That's kind of Hideo's
guess.
thing, though. Whenever he goes to put a game out, he'll, like, do something to fuck with you to let you know
See,
as little
Right.
as possible
Kojima-
about
Control.
some sort of
I
game
love it.
at. Yeah.
Kojima, as always, takes it one step too far. Not only does he also always keep you asking questions. With this, you don't even know what kind of questions to ask. You're
You're
just
right,
like, but
yeah.
what? But who? What?
The one question you ask.
Why?
First of all, let's go to the first trailer. Why is he naked on the beach? Why the hell are the hands disappearing? Why are they baby hands in the first place?
Why
And
are
when
the
he's
three
naked,
people
stands
floating
up,
in the
why
air?
are there people floating in the air?
And why is there a throat baby?
And every
baby.
single thing there is fucking dead.
And I can't wait to play it.
And then, who the hell is the guy in the fucking sewer? Why the hell does he have all
kinda
these
looks
weird
like
fucking
Pallbearer,
minions connected to him?
doesn't he?
And then why does this one guy that's outside of the tunnel holding a baby in an egg thing?
Exactly.
My one
That's
question.
the
Do you
point.
want to know why this happened? Because Hideo.
Because Hideo.
My
Yes.
question is actually what?
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 I don't even. I'm not even gonna go with that.
My
My
question's-
my question is just. I
Fuck it.
don't-
I'm out. Seacrest out.
She crossed it out.
I hope they don't have another trailer for Days Gone though. Like, I mean, the game looks cool.
Oh,
but it's
yeah,
like,
get
we
outta
get it.
here.
Motorcycles, zombies,
Okay.
whatever. Just release the
Ouch.
fucking game and shut up
It's
about it.
yeah, but god damn it, fucking zombies, same thing over and over
Yeah.
and over
It
again.
literally
know.
is. It's
You played
just
one
been
zombie
redone.
game, you've played the rest.
Don't even
Oh.
get me started on Metal Gear Survive.
The
Please
game is now
don't get started.
1999 for like ever.
That's so
That's
funny.
like record time, dude. Like
Actually,
2
right
months.
now on flash sale, I think The Last of Us is like $9,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, and
But
that's
The
like,
Last
what,
of Us is still an
5-year-old game
amazing
now.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
6-year-old game.
That's the difference.
it's held its
Yeah.
composure over time, and that's awesome.
The
That
Last
game
of Us
is
is
more
game that I can
years
A weird
old
bit of
than Metal Gear
news.
Survive is months old.
Yeah. 2 months actually, to be exact. And it's already bargain basement prices. A weird little
If-
like snippet of news in the why did they even bother to do this category? Red Dead Redemption is now optimized for 4K for Xbox One.
Woo!
Xbox One X.
They did say right.
Very
Okay,
important.
here
Yeah.
we go. They did say that
I'm sorry.
it was raising the bar as far as like old games coming to newer systems and then having graphical enhancements.
I mean, the 3 people that bought an Xbox One X are really going to enjoy that.
That would be Jake. He doesn't play games like that, so he's out.
There you go. So
Wait,
the
wait,
2
wait,
people.
Wait, the one guy
Okay,
that stole an
so-
Xbox One X from Best Buy.
Here's-
Okay,
the
so that's
funny-
one person.
Yeah.
We don't know what
One
they're
down.
into.
And then Phil Spencer. He's the
Yeah.
other one that bought one.
So
Okay,
the-
so listen.
Do you think he makes enough money to afford that? He's only the president of Xbox.
From the look of the Xbox sales, the answer is no. So,
you can tell who we're really
He bought a
fans of here.
PS4.
can I
Pro.
tell you guys why
Right.
Jake purchased the Xbox One X?
For PUBG?
Just so it would load faster.
Oh,
That was
Oh.
it.
okay.
That was it. Okay, so we have lost so much patience that we need a faster system to load a horrible game.
Yep.
So that's cool.
I want to play PUBG faster.
$500 in the sewer.
Why is he
I mean-
Southern?
Like the people that go to like that are obsessed with like 60 frames per second and
Right.
won't
Have
watch 30
PCs.
frames per second.
Yeah.
God, I hate those people.
Yeah.
I was reading on the Twitch page. There was a guy that does not watch less than 60 frames per second.
Why? Like, what does he?
Did you
get-
know like
What does he get out
one
of that?
person goes, so does that mean you don't watch any movies? Because movies are only run in 24.
Mhm.
Even 4K movies aren't 60 frames per second.
Right.
And I don't believe the human eye can really actually process 60 frames.
Mine can.
I'm
got
a
a-
fucking
Not
robot.
much
I
over
got eye
60
surgery.
anyway.
I have robot eyes.
You got robot eyes. Yeah, good
I
job.
feel like once you get
Robot
good job,
over 60,
fucking
it's kinda pointless.
fucking what the fuck's his name? Zuckerberg. In the context of everyone thinks he's a robot.
Mr. Facebook.
Mr.
The-
Facebook.
I was gonna say those Zuckerberg memes are killing me right
Yeah,
now.
I
Dude,
know.
it's
Yeah.
so
Go-
good.
Did you
So
see the
funny.
picture of him in a booster seat?
Yes.
No, but I did see the one where people painted over him so he looks like Dr. Manhattan.
Or the one where they make him look like Data from Star Trek.
Yes.
That's a great question, Mr. Senator. He's just so monotone. What
Oh
did
my
he say?
God.
He goes, I believe that's because of cookies. And he just stands there and stares at him like, you don't know what cookies are? No, these old ass fucking people have no idea what cookies are.
The
That was such a funny. Do we want to talk about that for a little bit?
I don't know.
The
Like,
privacy thing?
I don't really. Honestly,
I don't know anything about what it is about.
Okay,
I
we
just, I
won't.
just know memes.
yeah.
Let's go to this instead. So, Sega JA Pan is teasing a mini.
GAA pan.
It's a company. So, Sega
I'm glad we
Japan.
live in
Sorry.
America.
Sega JA Pan. Okay, so
Is that like Sega
China?
C
CH
Or-
China?
Sega
Has
CH
ever heard
Ina?
of, GE Erminy? It's a nice place.
Oh my god. Okay, so Sega Japan is teasing a mini Genesis coming late 2018.
Didn't
Didn't
I
we
already
hear-
see those at
Right.
like Rite Aid for like $30?
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure my mom
I feel
actually
like we
has
already,
one of those.
Didn't we already know that? Like a year
Well,
ago?
there was one released about a year ago that was by like a third-party distributor called At Games, I believe, and the thing was a complete piece of garbage.
Yep.
So maybe
You know, that doesn't
they-
Well, it
surprise
is a miniature version of the Sega Genesis, so you know you didn't have to tell us that it was garbage. I was never a Sega guy. Like I was
Neither was I.
Me neither.
always Nintendo or
I
bust.
am a Sonic and Knuckles guy only.
Yep.
That was it.
Sonic, and then maybe, I mean,
Sonic was the-
Shining's
Dude,
Soul.
Sonic
and
was the
then
only
end.
game that I ever played for
Phantasy
Sega.
Star.
Oh,
even
yeah,
then.
Okay. Yeah. No. I get that one. Yeah.
I mean, I never played Phantasy Star, but I hear they're great.
You know what I would love for to be shown at E3, and I guess we're back on this now. Did you guys ever
Episode
play
kinda
the old
revolves
Xbox
around
game Phantom Dust?
Heard
I
about
heard
it.
it.
Never played it.
Haven't.
It is an amazing action RPG, but it's also like a card-based game, kind of like Metal Gear Acid or Phantasy Star, and it's simply amazing. And it was a very unsung, like underground, like kind of like culture phenomenon. for those who have played it. Kind of like, actually, come to think of it, this is also kind of a card game. Folklore for PS3.
Right.
I'm familiar with that.
Yeah,
Love that
I
game.
did actually too until he said that.
That was amazing.
That was confusing.
Yeah, it was almost just like that. Like if you played it, you loved it, and then it kind of like dropped off the face of the earth because it came out in like 2004, 2003, 2004,
Right.
and then they announced that they were making a sequel to it, and then that was the last anybody ever heard of it. So I
Okay.
hope maybe this year, like, they'll not even like announce like some new footage or any footage, just announce even they're still working on it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or just say, oh, we canceled it. I'm like, okay, cool.
You just
Great,
need
now I don't have to worry about
some
it.
sort of closure, you
Yeah.
know?
I'd love to see Microsoft bring back, as a company that's starved for fucking exclusives right now, they should bring back MechAssault.
Oh,
Holy
I
shit,
liked
that was good.
MechAssault. That was a
Yeah.
fun
Right?
game.
Crimson Skies.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck
Oh
yeah.
my god!
I mean,
like the
that
dog,
one
the
alone.
And
dog fights
uncancel
that I'm having in
Scalebound,
Far Cry,
please.
like make me like really yearn for like a good like dog fighting
Well,
kind of game.
the dogfighting in Far Cry is not that great.
I know it isn't,
Not
but
that
like
great. But
the
yeah.
fact that it like I am in a plane and I have to fight somebody else in a plane.
Yeah, you think
Like
about
Right.
it,
Guys,
it
yeah.
kind of takes me back to like man, I wish there was good. This was good. Also, I wish there was a good dogfighting game.
Right.
Like it was kind of
I
like an
should stream
afterthought.
Crimson Skies sometimes too.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, go
I
ahead.
think it's
I heard
backwards
they were, like,
compatible on
You're an adult.
Xbox
You can do
One.
what you want.
I heard they were re-releasing that for Xbox with like full like multiplayer support and everything, like
Ooh.
completely
Wow.
optimized.
Okay.
But
That'd be
like
nice.
then again, like I heard that like beginning of last year. So like
Right.
who knows?
knows
if
at this
that's
point?
still even like
Yeah.
a thing.
Just too
If
far
you
away.
haven't heard anything about it at this point.
But there is something that I've heard of called the internet, which might actually tell me the things that I need to know about it.
What?
Tell
the
me
fuck
about
is
this-
That?
It's a
IN
it's a
Wait,
it's
is
a,
that the thing
Internet.
that tells
It-
me
it's a
everything
s-
that I need to know about Persona?
it's a series of tubes.
Is that where I get my Pornhub?
Yes.
I just wanted to throw the name in there because it's been
First mention of the podcast. How
Yeah.
far are we into it? We haven't even
Damn.
brought up Pornhub
Dude, we're
yet.
41
minutes
minutes.
into it. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
So we
The new record.
I wanted to make sure that the two things that we always say in the podcast come up is Pornhub and Eric. So
Dude, they're gonna start
I
offering
have no
us,
news
like,
about
money
Pornhub. I'm
soon.
sorry, you weirdos, but I have news about Eric.
Just to
he
make-
is also a weirdo.
Yeah, just to make
I,
people like who have heard the podcast like crazy at the same time. Eric, talk about Pornhub.
That
Oh,
would
man.
blow
That's some
a
meta
friggin'
shit
hole.
right there.
into
Hey,
each
also,
dimension.
WinterHouse Gaming has a video on Pornhub right now. It's called Three Dudes in Leather.
and sex.
Leather and
And
sex.
sex, yes.
I
forgot
still
the
don't
sex
know
part.
the origin of this, by
Yeah.
the way.
It's just he just posted a picture over another video.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, are we?
No, it's
actually
legit.
on
It's
Pornhub?
legit. Don't
'Cause
say
I
it.
need to
It's
see
legit.
like the residuals from that.
I know. Yeah, we all need to see residuals from that.
Well, no, that's my bounce back for
Contribution, yeah.
streaming on you guys' channel for being an affiliate. Since you guys don't pay me shit, so I put up videos of you guys on Pornhub.
We don't
We just
pay
get
each
called
other
out.
shit.
We just got called out. You are not a very good affiliate.
We
have a
make zero
TOS
money.
We have TOS guidelines from WinterHouse Gaming, and you fucked it up.
We have WTOS guidelines.
But you guys
Oh,
don't make any money anyway, so of course I don't get anything back.
I know,
I
right?
gotta get something out of this.
I have a very important question. I thought Mad Cats went under.
They didn't.
They did, but then they got bought out or something. They came back.
First of all, why? Second of all, an arcade PS4 fight stick for $100 and free shipping. But I was like, wait, I thought Mad Cats wasn't actually a brand
Yeah.
anymore. I thought it was done. And now they're making things again under
Maybe
that
just
name.
they're making that and not like those shitty memory cards that always erase my data.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the past few years they've mainly been making peripherals like the fight sticks and stuff. They actually make really good fight sticks. I
Yeah,
play fighting games
and
with
they
control,
also make
but,
great.
like,
What's it called? The controller that you always made your younger sibling use.
Yep. That's that one.
Yeah.
I'm painfully familiar with those.
The ones that you don't really care if they break,
Yep.
and they're super, like,
The ones your
shittiest things.
the ones your parent bought when they didn't know what to buy.
But
And
of
they
course,
just like,
my
I
older
actually
brother
knew
was the one
controller,
who
and it's
so
like
he'd break all our good controllers,
wrong
and I'd be
system, yeah.
stuck with the shitty ones left.
But yeah, the ones that I my parents had to buy me when I broke too many playing WWF No Mercy.
Did you guys ever have a fighting stick? Like
I never did.
I'm about to go in the bathroom and play with my fighting stick. What are you talking about?
Did you ever have like a real fighting stick
No.
for a system?
I had
Like the
one of
arcade
the
sticks?
old
I
NES
once
one.
smacked someone with a ruler, if that counts.
I'd imagine it does.
I've always kind of wanted one, but I never had a game I ever would play
That's a
with
weird name to call your penis.
It's it's very situational though. Like, you know, it's for fighting game fans who prefer the arcade feel. Like, I'm a fighting game fan, but I came up as a console player, you know, so like to me a fight stick feels weird. I can see why people like it, but I'm better at fighting games with the controller.
Right.
Whereas same like with racing games, you know, some people are all about having the wheel.
I would honestly prefer to have the wheel.
Yeah, I think most people would. But some
Take the
people are
wheel.
just
Isn't that a song?
Yeah,
Take the
I
wheel,
just-
Jesus.
good
Jesus,
controller.
take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
not what I want Jesus to do.
Did you guys ever play?
What do you want Jesus to do, Kelly? I'm curious now. Please
Absolutely
finish.
nothing.
Please be very careful with that. When you...
I want Jesus to shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Okay.
I want
all
Jesus
right.
to paint me like one of his French girls.
I'm just gonna exit stage left here. See you guys later.
So let's digress from that. Did you guys ever play What Remains of Edith Finch?
What?
Never played it.
That's like an interactive like cutscene, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty
It's a
sure
walking sim, isn't it?
So
It was
just
like a
won,
walking simulator.
It won
Like a Gone Home kind
BAFTA's
of.
Best Game Award.
Kind of,
Who the
yeah.
hell knows what the hell BAFTA is? But if it's winning awards, I think it probably would be worth.
BAFTA
checking
is
it out.
like a something.
Best action.
That's awesome. I like
BAFTA
that.
is
Thank you.
something. That
It
is
is
I
something.
don't
for
know.
sure.
It is for sure something that I
Yep.
don't know what.
Right.
BAFTA.
Also, something else
BAFTA.
hilarious.
Bam
Well, I mean,
Margera.
congratulations for winning an award.
Yeah.
I just never played it. I wasn't curious if. A video game collector found a bunch of drugs in an old Nintendo cartridges.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, like he went to change the batteries in them, and just found like packages of drugs.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Score for him.
Right?
Are you guys
They
kind
sell
of losing it here? Or?
No, I'm actually
Oh,
searching
okay.
for news.
Yeah, please give me news because I didn't look it up
Searching
before.
for
Searching for
Juice?
nudes.
No, did you hear about the Donkey Kong player stripped of all of the high scores and banned from competing because he was cheating?
Yes,
What?
I
Yeah.
did. I've also heard about Overwatch League, which fuck Overwatch League, but they actually
here we are talking about it.
suspended. They actually disbanded and suspended all of the fucking teams, all of them.
Why?
Does that affect Pornhub's Overwatch division?
I believe
Yes.
it might, so I apologize for that. But what was happening is a couple of them were cheating, a couple of them were trying to make extremely rude comments to underage girls. There
that
was
does
a
not
lot.
surprise me.
There was multiple things happening with multiple teams, and there was also super racist things that were said
Wow.
on streams
Of
on
course.
Twitch.
That really surprises me because I feel like all the especially about the inappropriate comments to young girls, because I feel like all the people that are really good at Overwatch are the kind of people that would wear fedoras and call those girls milady and ma'am and tip their fedora to them as
Maybe
they
that's
walk through the
construed as
mall.
inappropriate now. I can see why it would be.
Yeah, I mean that's after their shift at GameStop, obviously,
Yes.
or the movie theater. But
Well, what they ended up saying is they were not going to. Obviously, they're not going to condone racism. They're not going to condone lewd comments to underage people. They're not going to condone any of that stuff. Drugs,
but even
whatever.
worse, they're condoning people playing Overwatch,
Oh,
and
That
that is
the
just
greatest
most
sin
heinous
ever.
transgression.
heinous crime.
So I think. Anyway, what they were saying is they're not going to condone any of this stuff, and instead of sifting through thousands and thousands of videos for all of the people that are in Overwatch League and checking for racism, for anything like that, they just literally just banned all of them.
I mean,
Or
that's probably the
suspended all of
safest
them.
thing
Look
to
it up
do,
for everybody.
anyways,
Yeah.
because it's shit.
It only
anyways.
takes a few people to ruin it for everybody.
It does.
And like in this case, like it took a few
This
people to
ruins-
actually make it
yes,
great because
yes.
now people don't have.
Now
to
we
watch
don't have to deal
Overwatch,
with it in
so,
general.
You know,
So I thank you, whoever did this, because you now made our lives easier.
but also you're a dick.
But also you
know.
suck.
Stop being a dick.
You do
unless you're
bad
playing
things, but this
Overwatch.
one time,
Then be a
like a
dick
good thing
to stop people from
came
playing
up,
Overwatch.
so.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know how to feel about this. Next topic.
Eric, what do you got going on this week, bro? What are you gonna play?
Oh, what am I gonna play, man? That's a great question.
You better fucking answer it.
That's
too.
why we asked it.
I mean, come on.
We asked the tough questions.
I don't know. It's Crimson Skies. I'll play some
Yes,
Crimson
Crimson
Skies this week.
Skies.
philosophical
When you gonna do that?
questions.
What are you gonna stream it?
Yeah, sure. I'll stream it on Tuesday. Tuesday at 2 o'clock p.m.
All right, man. We'll see you
Crimson
next
Skies
Tuesday.
High Road to Revenge. You heard it here first, folks. Oh, yeah.
Oh, WinterHouse Gaming Podcast.
Sunday.
Of course, I
Or,
don't have
you
a
know,
Connect, so
Tuesday
you're not
in
going to
this
see my
case.
beautiful face in the stream.
Tuesday.
It'll be audio only.
Tasty
I'm sorry.
Tuesday.
Wait, why?
You know how he doesn't have a Connect.
I don't have a Connect. I can only have video with my PS4, so I'm.
Oh,
you know,
time-
Crimson
like-
Skies is on
Time
Xbox.
to run to your local GameStop.
Connects. Wait, you're gonna play it on Xbox, right?
Yeah.
The system.
No,
is
I'm gonna
for it.
play Crimson Skies on the PlayStation, Dave.
No, shut up. Listen.
I'm gonna play it on my fucking
you realize-
Nokia N-Gage.
You do know that like those Connects are only like $20 right now.
Time
Yeah,
to run
but
to
I
your
really
local
don't want to
GameStop.
connect in my house.
Who doesn't?
Probably
It's-
him neither his nor his family doesn't want to
If
connect.
somebody gave me $20 to take a Connect, I'd have to think about it.
Wait, why don't they want it in the house?
No, I said I don't want it in the house.
Like if,
I
but
don't know. I'm just.
yeah, but if you can
I'd give you a
stream,
hard time.
if you can stream through it and like your face and stuff,
Yeah.
that why wouldn't you just do that?
No, I might. It won't be.
He was
this week,
making a
'cause-
joke, David.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was a joke.
We're loyal
Damn it.
PlayStation fans.
No, hold on.
We are a PlayStation
David,
household,
I'm
Mister.
tired of your shit.
No, listen. When I was looking, I thought you actually said something completely different. So I thought your
didn't.
wife or something
I
said
said exactly
absolutely.
what I said.
Yeah.
No connects.
Absolutely no
Okay,
connects
so
in this
I wanna
household,
go-
sir.
I want to go.
That was in the prenup.
We're about 52 minutes
Yes.
in, so I want to actually say a couple things here. Pine State Con is coming up. Volume 2 is July 14th and 15th in Portland,
Yep.
Maine.
At the Elks Lodge.
At the Elks Lodge. It's going to be a lot of fun. One of the most important things right now, if you want to get tickets, the tickets, you can actually purchase them on our Kickstarter.
Yep.
That's the best way to get them because
That is the preferred way to get
you
them.
get them at a little bit of a discount, but you
Preferred.
also are helping us up front so we can actually put this on and pay the bills.
Yep.
The
It's
next
expensive
one,
to run these things.
it's very expensive.
Yeah, and we
but
want to
it's-
bring all of these exciting things right to you.
We do. We absolutely do.
So Eric, why aren't you coming?
That's true.
Because I live in fucking Florida, man.
I
Give
don't
me a plane
care.
ticket. I'll
Give me-
gladly come.
That sounds like
Hey,
an
we'll see if we
excuse
can
to
put
me.
that as a incentive in
Yeah.
the
We'll
Pine
raise the
State
Kickstarter to
Kickstarter.
2,000 just so we can get
Kickstarter
Eric
incentive.
tickets.
Bring
Plane
Eric
ticket from
to-
Tampa, Florida.
No,
Maine.
But David, you are correct because not only if you get the ticket through our Kickstarter, you also get bonus stuff. The opportunity
Tons
to get bonus
and
stuff.
tons and tons of
Bonus.
bonus stuff.
Because
There
you get
are
meet and greet. There are, you get free
custom
prints,
custom
Tons of boner stuff.
tons and
swag.
and
You
if
guys
you
give me
donate
plenty of boner stuff already.
if you donate $15, you can actually pick a Saturday and come sit at the WinterHouse Gaming podcast table and
With
join
us.
us in a podcast.
Unless you
That would
live
be
in
a lot of fun.
fucking
Florida.
stupid Florida,
If you live in
like
stupid
fucking
Florida,
Eric.
okay,
Sorry.
you should be.
Shut
Sorry,
it
eh?
down.
Please run away.
Shut it down.
Please run
That's it.
away.
I was gonna say it doesn't
Also-
work when I do it. Tony does it, and I'll yell, "Shut it down!" I do it. Doesn't
Shut
work.
her down. So,
Unless you live in fucking FL Florida.
so
Florida.
make sure that go to the
MAI
Pine
is
State
really
Con.
far away.
FOFLO
Yes.
Rida.
Go to
Uh,
the Pine State Con website.
God.
I mean, you can go to the website if you want. There's a little bit of information there, but go to the Facebook page. That's where all the information is. You can even go to the WinterHouse Gaming page. Hit that like button. Send us a
Smash.
message if you want. We'll show you where to find this stuff.
Yeah.
And the Kickstarter. Make sure
We
you
have
share it also.
plenty of
It's
links
really
to all
no
of this.
secret by now.
It's not. Also on May 19th, we are
Can't
going to
get
be
away
down.
from it.
Fuck you, Eric. May 19th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., we are going to be at the Great Falls Spring Edition Comic Expo.
Yep.
That location is at the Norway Savings Bank Arena in Auburn, Maine. $5 to get in.
Good
Super
job reading
cheap.
this off your
Super,
phone.
super
because
cheap.
you
Kids
know
10
the
and under
details.
is free. What?
Good thing you're reading this on your phone because you don't know the details.
I forget them consistently, and it's amazing. But I know where to find this stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a one-day event. The cool thing about that event is we're going to have a replica. What was
Of
it?
Eric.
No, it's a replica. Fuck, I can't remember what it was. Optimus Prime. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's going to be a replica Optimus Prime. It should be fucking cool. I don't know if you can climb on it. Probably not, but you can definitely take pictures with it.
I'm gonna climb
It's
on it.
absolutely-
Is it? Is it? Is
Your
it?
face lit up when you wanted to do
Is
that.
it to scale?
Yeah. No, it's a full size fucking
It's a full.
Mack truck.
Okay, because
Why not climb on
Actually,
it?
this one I believe is an international, which is not the correct truck.
Oh. Oh wait a second. So it's not. It's a replica of Optimus Prime in truck form.
In truck form,
So,
correct.
So
so
it's just a truck.
Because I think his was a
Well,
Mack.
what the fuck is?
I want him like, as fucking Optimus Prime.
Oh, no. This is,
Transformed.
this is his Autobot form.
Oh.
For obvious
Well, now
fucking
I
reasons.
am way less excited.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna go to
Alright,
this now.
yeah. Oof,
Yeah.
You might have to
Okay,
handle
well-
this
a
one
terrible job
on your
pitching
own
this
here,
right
buddy.
now.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank Eric for finally being on a goddamn podcast. Now that we
Right.
figured out somewhat of
Amen.
how to fucking set this up again, we will have you on again. Who knows? Maybe every fucking weekend you can
It
do
will
it.
be a regular
That'd be pretty
occurrence
sweet.
now.
That would be sick.
That would be actually.
That would make me
I'm
sick.
down. For
I
at
really
least,
don't want-
you know,
Dave,
I really don't
semi-regular
want
ones. I don't know
him
if I can
to be
commit
on the
all time, but-
podcast anymore.
But,
But
you
I'm
know,
just saying
if
that
he
to make him
has
feel
to,
better.
If you hide, if you, I don't know if you know this,
Yeah.
but that snowball picks up a fart in the fucking bathroom, so he can hear
As
you.
long as he doesn't see
Yeah,
my
as
lips
long as
moving,
he
Fucking
sees
he
hate
doesn't
those
know
guys.
what
I
I'm
hope I
saying.
never have to do
Not
this
gonna
again. God, what a
understand
piece
me.
of shit.
If he has to be on the podcast, I guess it's gonna be okay.
but I'd rather him.
But I'm
be
rather,
dead
you know,
instead.
yeah.
What the
I-
fuck is
yeah.
happening? Okay, thank you very much, guys. We appreciate it. Had a good time. It's an hour. We're good. I'm getting bored. I'm
can
just kidding.
tell.
I'm not. I'm fine. All right. Talk to you later,
Thank you
guys.
guys
He's
for
really
finally
not.
having me on
Goodbye.
here
He's
after,
really just an
40
asshole.
episodes of saying that you're going to have me on here.
Thank you, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
Love you. Don't
Love
go
you
anywhere,
too.
Eric. We're still going to talk to you for a second.
Yeah.